everybody, to yet another goddamn horror podcast. I am one of your hosts. I am Ryan Danley, coming to you from Portland, Oregon.
He's
I think
back.
Graham was supposed to. Graham was going to do it. I'm back. I'm doing this from my phone.
I know.
I'm doing this from my phone. Like, this is how much I care about you all. Actually,
We're
I
Fucking
didn't.
happy.
technology.
We're happy that
I didn't really care. I just they guilted me into it. My computer stays started for like 4 minutes and then stops being started, and then so I don't know what to do, and I don't know, like I know that I know that I give off the impression of being wise with technology and things like that, because I do all the production work on
yeah, you've
this.
produced this show for years.
Yeah, like all these, what are we at? 231 episodes plus some special episodes and shit like that. And I've done it this whole time, and so you would think that I'm a pretty much a computer genius, but when it comes down to it, I'm a fucking idiot. So, like I don't know where things are saved. People are like, start it in safe mode, which I get into, like, why don't they just build the whole plane out of the black box? Like, why don't they just have it always start up in safe mode? Like, so yeah, that's where I'm at. I am in Portland, Oregon. I was in a play this weekend, so that was cool.
Wow.
Yeah. Did
But
you
you
guys
were
know that
you were in or you went to one?
I was in one?
Oh,
It was technically a reading to get it going on. So I get invited to be in lots of gay plays, because I am a
perfect bear.
friend to the LGBTQ community. And I look like a dickbag. So I end up in these plays because they want me to be the villain. You know what I mean? Like, because I look like an anti-gay villain. So I had to turn one down last year because I just couldn't handle it. You know what I mean? Like, and I have, like, both, but like, so in this play, like, was a corrections officer who beats up whose kid is transitioning, and then I was I was at the jail, like, beating up trans people, and so it was all like weird monologues, and it was like really like rough, and I had to say words I don't usually like to say and things like that, and um uh I actually have a trans kid, so it was, you know what I mean? Like, it's weird. Like, it was like a weird, like, crossover situation. But I don't know, it was cool. It was good. Afterwards, I had a room full of queer and mostly trans people tell me I was brave.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
Because I was willing to be the villain and say those terrible words during Pride Month in a room full of queer people.
That is pretty brave.
It was so I, cis white man, brave. Did you hear that? Did you guys,
Yeah,
I did.
I wanted
it
them to
did.
notarize that. Like,
Yeah. It's
so I
actually
can,
that's the opposite reaction of what a comedian would usually get if they were saying those words on stage in a room
oh,
full of queer
I
people.
know,
So like
I know. So yeah, but no, it was fun. And then they're trying to get the play picked up. And I may or may not have heard some good things, and I may or may not have heard that I did a good job, and that there might be further opportunities for that. So
fucking cool,
I
man.
love it. You're on an
yeah,
acting role.
I guess
Ah,
that's
see what I
one.
did? I didn't mean to.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah, that was really good, but it was, no, it was cool. It is, all joking aside, nice to be invited to those spaces, and that people can feel safe. Why I yell transphobic slurs at them.
Yeah.
So
Excellent work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
excellent
I'm glad that
work.
you could do that in a safe environment. Like,
I know it's normally,
if
Jonas,
people
what have
anyway.
you
got if
been up
people got
to?
too excited about it, be like, "Am I in the right fucking room? Like, what happened?"
Right,
Like,
exactly. Like, anyways, Jonas, how is Bushwick?
Bushwick is fine today. I was actually supposed to go see the upcoming movie Leviticus. I was supposed to go see
Hmm.
that today, which was going to potentially make it to where I couldn't get on the show tonight. But the reason I didn't go see it is because they overbooked the fuck out of the screening.
Mm.
So like they were sending us emails for hours being like, you need to get here like 2 hours early. You need to line up. It's already blah, blah, blah. And then I got one email like 2.5 hours before I was supposed to show up for it that says there's already a line around the block. Get here now. And I was like, there's no fucking chance I'm doing that. Like, so absolutely not. And
Yeah.
then sure enough, yeah, there was an email that was like 30 minutes before the showing that was like, we're over capacity, no more tickets, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, no, not a chance. But Leviticus sounds like a really awesome movie. It's coming out from Neon. I really do want to see it. Um,
What's it about?
so it is about it plays off of the book of Leviticus. But it is about it's about two queer guys that go to a conversion camp, and during the conversion process, it is turns to a supernatural like possession film. So
Into it.
it uses the idea of the conversion camp and twists it into a supernatural like haunting film. And it's from Neon. It looks fucking sick. I'm bummed that I didn't get to see it, but I'm also not bummed that I didn't have to sit out in the heat for 2 hours around a block.
For
So,
sure. For
um,
sure. The only thing, because I've studied so much religion and respect it so much, the only thing I know about Leviticus is that it was one of the parts, I guess, of the Pillars of Ivory. The dude from
yeah.
Mind Force and that fucking dope hip hop metal or hardcore
hmm
thing they did.
Yeah, so that was what I was supposed to do. Real quick before we get into your stuff, Graham, before we introduce the guest,
Oh
just a
yeah,
quick,
yeah.
really quick, cool announcement. Another goddamn horror podcast is going to be doing press for Fantasia Fest this year. Got that confirmed, which is really cool. Shout out to Ted Gagan, for, doing that and being the person that's the PR
Hell
person for them.
yeah. He
He
hooked us up?
absolutely, yeah, he fucking
God,
rules.
I've never met
Him,
that dude and I love him so much.
yeah, dude, him and his assistant Maggie, they both fucking rule. And so yeah, keep your eyes open for that. The festival starts in July, in like mid-July. So we're going to be starting coverage of that remotely, but we're going to be putting content out for Fantasia probably starting in the beginning of July. So you'll
Fuck
see
yeah.
AGHP all over your fucking feed with Fantasia and new horror stuff, and it's going to be really awesome. I'm stoked for it.
That
So,
is a good announcement.
yeah,
For today, I don't need to talk about all the bus travesties that happened, but
so
I,
many.
it was rough. This week's been rough already. Um, I did spend the whole time basically listening to a band recommended by our guest tonight.
Fuck yeah.
I was listening to Melting. They put out an EP, and that EP. David, do you know that? What do you know the name of the EP? Do
Oh,
you, the
a
Melting?
pathetic excuse for a life.
Yeah, incredible name. That album made me feel like it was trying to actively kill me. The first time I
Love
listened
it.
to it, I was like, they're trying to kill me through music. And then I would just like, I'd throw in something else and like be looking over my shoulder for that album to come back. It's so
Oh
fucking
yeah.
good. I love it. So, our guest today is the host of one of my favorite YouTube shows, The Pitcheck. And The Pitcheck is basically a rundown of that week's hardest and heaviest and best, uh, heavy and extreme and hardcore, all the good metal and all that, everything. It's great, and it's really helped me, David. You've helped me a lot in cutting down time of listening to at midnight every Thursday. I go on to Apple Music and I listen to every single new thing, or at least bits of it, to try to find whatever new shit. And you have cut that time in half with your recommendations. He puts out the best heavy recommendations easily on YouTube. And I'm just gonna, David, thank you so much for being here today.
Yo, thank you for having me, man. It's good to be here. Yeah, I that was the goal of mine, is that I like to dig through the crates a little bit, find all the weird, obscure shit. I love finding a band that has like 300 followers on Spotify and they like rip so much harder than a lot of the bands that are being just like put out there. And so if I
100%.
can, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of funny because I like to do a good mix. Like the day we're recording this, I don't know when this goes out, but the day we're recording this, a bunch of huge bands put out albums. August Burns Red, and I literally just recorded today. I should have all these like ready to go. It was like August Burns Red, 100 Demons, a bunch of people that like, Converge put out their second album this year. So like all these big names, and normally the bigger name ones I'm not as excited about, but like this week I was like, fuck, every one of these is fucking sick. And then so I did still try to make sure that I included like a bunch of the more deep cut bands. Because I don't know, I feel like for bands like that, it makes a bigger difference. I feel like a lot of bands that are starting out, and I mean, I know probably you guys too, but been in 100 bands that you feel are like really fucking good if only someone would hear it. And
Yeah.
so that's just what I try to do, is like the stuff that's good, like give them a platform, let's see if they
100%.
can stand on their own merits,
I love that so much. It's very much in line with how we approach horror movies. Is we try to
Yeah.
find the small ones, the DIY, the indie ones, and get those in front of people. We'll
Speaking
mention the
of,
big ones. Go ahead.
don't ruin or don't spoil Backrooms or Obsession. I haven't gotten a chance to watch either of
No.
those.
Neither have I. So
Okay,
if it
cool.
gets spoiled, I'm going to be just as mad.
Because May was like loaded for horror movies, and I haven't been able to like knock them all off yet. But I finally caught Hokum literally like 2 days ago, and I was like, oh, that was. Did you guys check that one out yet?
I haven't seen Hokum either. It's the dude that did Oddity and Caveat.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Big fan of that dude.
So
Big
like
fan of both of those.
So the big thing with us is that like I'm actually kind of like bad about seeing, like, everybody always expects like me to be like pretty excited about like a new horror that's coming out, or like stuff that everybody's seeing, and I am so much more interested in like Graham was saying, and just seeing something smaller, and just like catching something on a random like Tubi or
Tubi,
Shutter, you
baby.
know what I mean? That
Yeah.
it doesn't,
So
like, I will sit on popular stuff, like, and I'm not against it. This isn't like I'm too cool. I'm definitely like a punk hardcore kid, so I definitely have the too cool vibe for big stuff. But like,
Same.
it's not that though. It's just that I just don't. I don't know. Like, everybody's talking about it. I'm like, yeah, I'll get there. Like, I just want to like dig in the crates, like you're saying. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's just more fun to me. Like,
Well, the things that are more popular tend to be things that are more not acceptable, but like easier to grab a hold of. And I sort of kind of lean towards things that are a little bit more challenging, or like my favorite. I have two separate but it's kind of the same like subgenres of movies that are my all-time favorite. And but it basically boils down to like someone's pure unfiltered vision. And so normally that's like shitty 80s B movies are my favorite because they're
mhm.
so not even shitty, but just like quality wise, they're a little rough around the edges, but like they're so unrestrained. They're
Yeah.
just going for it. And that's my fucking favorite.
Yeah.
And then I guess on the other side of the spectrum is like when someone gets way too high of a budget and they're able to make like a huge mess with no one like interfering with it. Oh my God. Inject that into my veins. I love that shit.
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan's Batman movies have entered the chat. Uh, that last Christopher Nolan I don't care what anybody says. Like, I love Tom Hardy, and I love the Bane character. That movie is a shit show. In fact, to be
I
honest with
agree.
you, the entire series is a shit show. If it wasn't for Heath Ledger's Joker, I think that we would think that the entire series wasn't that great. But like,
Batman
I stand
Begins
by
is solid.
Batman Begins. Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, I will not take this
It's
Batman
a
Begins
very
slander.
good movie. It's
Also,
very
like,
good.
dude,
I didn't think the
the
second one
scare
was good. I thought Heath Ledger was pretty fucking cool.
Heath carries it, but
Yeah.
Batman Begins rips.
the
100%.
version of Scarecrow that's in Batman Begins is like true horror. Like, that's like
Oh yeah.
that is a horrific villain. And I'm one of the biggest Batman fans there is cinematically, but Dark Knight Rises is a piece of shit movie. Like, if you take away like the nostalgia factor and you look at it as a movie, that movie's fucking terrible. Like, there literally is not a redeeming quality about the movie if you take away the nostalgia factor of it being a Batman movie. Like it just blows. Like, and
My
it
old
sucks
boss
because
was in that movie.
oh,
Whoa.
really?
Annie Hathaway.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, I walked her dogs.
Yeah.
that
Oh
is true.
shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
technically
I
your
didn't
boss.
know
Yeah,
that. I didn't know that.
yeah.
I didn't know that you
Really?
had walked Anne Hathaway's dogs. Yeah, you never in the entire 5 years we've been doing
I
this.
just got new, I got secrets for days.
The
Yeah,
NDA just
apparently, apparently.
expired. He's ready to talk about it.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I got this
So,
one.
so did you grow up on punk and hardcore and metal and stuff, or how do
Yeah.
you come to be like, how do you end up being, so I've been following you on TikTok for, I don't know, forever, it feels like, and like, I mean, for as long as you've been doing it, maybe, I don't know, it seemed
Yeah.
like you kind of blew up. Maybe last year I started noticing you as like sort of one of the viable like uh punk and hardcore, like, or hardcore and metal, people. So like, how do you end up there,
Well, I guess it's a two. So in terms of my love for the genre, I've always been a drummer. I was on drumline in high school and college. Like I was
Mhm.
drumming was my thing. And so I obviously liked and still do love like all these different genres. I mean, in high school, there was a point where I had four bands at the same time, and one of them sounded like Paramore. One of them was a brutal death metal band. One of them was metalcore, and then one of them, which spoilers, but I really want to revive this at some point. It was like southern hardcore, like Maelian and Sons of Disaster kind of vibe, which is
Nice.
like one of my all-time favorite bands. And yeah, so it was like I don't know. I just liked playing different shit. I like to. I don't know. I'm a glutton for this shit. It's like when something is interesting to me, I'm like, oh, give me all of it. Oh, you
Yeah.
want to be in a band? I want to be in 40 bands. Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
uh, I
I
don't know.
don't
I
know
just,
I don't know anything about that. About doing too much. It's so real quick before we go on with your story. Which bands do you think have the best, as a drumline guy, have ultimately the best cadence, and why is it Bolt Thrower and Weezer?
okay.
Weezer.
Bolt
Weezer has
Interesting.
Thrower,
amazing cadence. I don't know what anybody wants. Anyways, say.
Weezer, I will say I do still fuck with, but
Yeah.
Bolt Thrower absolutely, especially because they're very like rhythmic, bouncy, like pre-gent, like very about the rhythm. But the uh I hate to say it, but August Burns Red, I think, is the most like consistent in terms of how
Hmm.
clean and technical the drumming is without being a show off or without, and don't get me wrong, I love a good show off. Like probably the song that got me into like metal drumming was My Fears Have Become Phobias as Blood Runs Black.
Mm.
That double bass run at the end is just like nonsense. But um there's like there's something to Matt Grainer's drumming in August Burns Red that is so clean and impressive. And when you watch him play it, it's his fingers aren't all over the place. He knows exactly what he's doing and he's locked in. Him and Chris Turner, he's the drummer from Ocean's 8 Alaska. Um, he has his own YouTube channel and he does his own solo music. But that dude has some of the best timing and like rudiments I've ever seen. There's like a running joke that metronomes tune themselves to him. Like
Oh
Hmm.
shit.
he is a fucking beast and a half. If you ever get a chance, he did the drums for I Am Abomination's album a while back, and there's like a drum video of him playing those songs, and it's just like I thought I was good, and he makes me feel like a fucking child. Like I don't know. I that's so those are my two spectrums I think of drummers is someone who makes me feel like I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, and then someone who is like that's what you want to emulate skill wise, like actual technical I don't know if I'm talking nonsense or not,
No,
but
no, it
No,
makes
no,
sense.
I
It
get
makes
it.
total sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes I literally listen to like drum playthroughs, like if I can't sleep or if I'm like if my brain is racing,
mm.
sometimes I'll watch like just drum playthroughs on YouTube because I've always been a big fan of like I'm a big instrumental fan in general. So like if I have a band like that I listen to that I think is really good, if I can ever hear an instrumental version of their music, I always try to just because I like seeing and listening to like that part of the breakdown. But like my drumming tastes have flown all across the spectrum of of metal and rock in general. But like Austin Archie is insane. Like when I've seen him do playthroughs, he's the drummer for Lorna Shore, and like
Oh
watching
yes.
him do a playthrough is fucking insane. Like, and he does
Well,
it
he
like
broke
he
his back too, didn't he?
yeah, he broke his back and he had back surgery. So when you see him like sitting on the actual stool to do it, the way that he sits is he sits very, very high up and leaned forward. So like when he's doing the double bass and everything, you can see he's very light on his feet. He's super light on his feet
Interesting.
when he's doing it. But yeah, like I watched that one time and like after at the end of it, it was like that fucking melted my brain. That was absolutely insane. Just watching it from the drum cam, it
Yeah.
blew my fucking mind.
I'll tell
That
you
shit is
this. I'll take a show off drummer before I take a show off guitarist. 100% of the time.
Yeah, I'm actually a fan of that too. I would rather watch. I would definitely rather like listen to drum wanking than but the
Yeah.
guitar wanking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's why I like for a long time I couldn't fuck with a lot of metal because there was too much guitar wanking. But like I've always been a big fan of a drummer just kind of going off. Uh, what do you think of? And I'm just going to ask you that. Like, what do you think of? Like, my favorite metal drummer is Mike Smith. What do you think? How do I do on
Uh,
that?
what's Mike Smith's band? I'm so bad with names.
Suffocation.
Oh, I mean, yeah, dude. The guy rips. Like
Yeah.
I was gonna say, guy's awesome. Like, yeah, no, he's good. Back on the real quick, just before I forget, the Lorna Shore thing, that is like fucking heroic for me because I mean, I haven't even played since my injury. I like last year, I so dumb, but I broke my elbow and wrist and sliced open my like hand
Ooh.
from here all the
Jesus.
way through here. And it's so dumb. It was like a friend's birthday party. We were just outside grilling and it started to rain. And we're like, oh, let's take all the shit inside. So we start to go inside and when it like just starts to rain, it's extra slick.
Yeah.
So I slipped and I was holding a tray full of shit, one of which being a glass jar of salsa was in my hand.
Oh
Oh
So I was
no.
no.
holding it and monkey brain, you like stick your hand out to not fall and it shattered into my hand and it just like tore me open. It
Oh,
was
that's so
disgusting.
rugged.
It was
That's
wild.
awful, dude. I'm glad
That
you're
sucks
okay.
because you didn't drop into like a huge half pipe or something.
Yeah, right. It's just like I tripped. Oops. But yeah, so then like it was wild. And but long story short though, weeks and weeks of the stitches, the cast, all that shit. But then in my tiny New York apartment, I don't have a full drum set or anything like that. So I really
Yeah.
just I like haven't gotten back on the horse.
Yeah.
And that's nothing compared to breaking your fucking back. So I'm
Right.
like,
Mm-hmm. And he broke his lower back too. Like, and so
Jesus
it's like the
Christ.
part that has all the pressure of sitting down on this thing.
Oh,
That's what he fucking broke. And yeah, you can see it. If you ever see his playthroughs, watch how he sits. He sits very forward heavy, and it's like I said, it's very cool, like also just to watch it. And that kind of drumming has always been something that I've been a fan of just because it's like it is showing off, but also at the same time, it's such a skill set that I like,
Mm-hmm.
even as somebody who really enjoys and has studied drums for a long time, I can't even wrap my head around that. Like
Yeah,
it's insane.
absolutely.
is Ryan around? Did we lose him?
No, he's
No, I'm
there.
here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm on my
Um,
phone, so occasionally I have to do phone stuff on it. So
no, that's fine.
yeah. So
Um,
if I vanish, I'm around.
Leave me alone. I'm
so,
taking
What
a
happened?
shit. Don't die.
Right, exactly.
so,
Take a dump in peace, guys.
So you get it. So you've been into music, and then you did you just start reviewing it on your own, or did you like how does one become because there's a lot of us fans, there's a lot of musicians, there's a lot of things, but like it can be harder to parlay that into a successful or noticeable review. You know what I mean? Like even me, who's does reviews kind of, pretty regularly here and on a lot of things, like the being able to get it together on social media has been, challenging. A, I don't work that hard at it, but B, like it's what I mean, like to get a system going. And I don't know, like how do you end up there?
Totally. So my background is actually in television production. I worked on a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of like daytime television shows back when that was still a thing. And so as I worked my way up in that, eventually, like, daytime television is you film 5 days a week, sometimes multiple shows a day. And it's a lot, especially each show has like 7 segments and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. But point being is that eventually when I started producing for these shows, it was you're writing a ton of scripts all the time and you have to get really good at consolidating your thoughts, not
Mm-hmm.
rambling, trying to make sure that you're like your voice comes across, but you're also able to reach things, try not to sound too pretentious, just like a learned skill of how to communicate quickly and effectively, which I'm clearly not doing on this show. You can see the difference. So,
No, you're
and
That's sort of the
then,
Yeah,
nature of
you're
this show.
doing great.
This
it
is a
is.
Yeah,
um,
you're doing great. This is a chatty show. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
actually kind
good.
of like
Thank
it's
God.
kind of our charm is that it's like
Right.
conversation.
We're
You know what I mean?
bullshitting with
Like
Good
each other. It's
because
all fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
good because I'm a yapper.
yeah.
But so that was just the thing, the repetition of this, and then eventually I had moved into more of a digital producer, which ended up becoming a huge portion of the job, which was like making the social media videos for the shows or getting the host to do a collab with the brand and so on and so forth. And it, it started to get, you could watch it in real time where the social media videos were getting more views than the show itself, and you're like, oh, the world is changing. And
Hmm.
in real time, I was working on this cooking show and we were given the option to be on national television or on Amazon Prime. And I was the only producer fighting for Amazon Prime. And we were on national television and then we did not get renewed. And then the show died because, um, when your target demographic is like stay at home moms, like I've got Netflix, dude. I can hit pause once my kid goes to bed. I don't have to wait
Right.
for
Yeah.
whatever time, you're on
Yeah.
TV. So there
You were
was
the
this big
smart one on
shift.
that one.
Yeah, I mean, there's kind of one of those things where I feel like I'm good at seeing the writing on the wall. Like, I feel like sometimes that gives me like the Chicken Little thing where I'm like, no, this is happening. And everyone's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But so long story short, from there I started transitioning more into like branded content. All these brands, Sleep Number, Red Bull, blah blah blah, they all need stuff for their social media. And then eventually I got to a point where I was like fully freelance, not working for any shows or anything. And I was kind of like, well, what if I could take these skills and stuff and do it with something that I actually care about,
Sure.
music.
Sure.
And it was kind of one of those things where I was just like, ah, fuck it. I need this for me. Like, I don't know. I don't have a huge group of friends that listen to this music. And I feel like I bug my wife with it, like, oh, you
Mhm.
got to hear this album. She's like, I don't fucking care. They're screaming. I'm
Right.
not into it, dude. Like,
That's why. That's
she,
why. That's why I don't have a wife.
yeah.
Anymore.
Nope.
But
Exactly. That's
so,
what.
but
That's
so
why they're
through
gone.
this though, like about a year and a half ago, maybe, I decided like, all right, fuck it. Let's try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Like the worst thing that happens, I look like an idiot on the internet for like a year. And then, but there's plenty of idiots on the internet. So like,
Mhm.
you're one of a million. Who cares? So it was kind of a little experiment just to see if it could work. And then through that, meeting people like you guys and other bands, and like it ended up being really rewarding and fulfilling. So it was like, all right, fuck it. I guess I'm gonna do this now. This is who I am now.
I
Sure.
feel
Well,
like if you're going to make content online, especially, like you have to do it for something that you actually give a shit about and that you're passionate about. Because if you don't, then you get kind of that thing you were saying where you do it for a year and then you're just like, all right, well, this is fucking weak now. Like, and especially if you get famous doing something that you don't like, That's a fucking
Yeah.
nightmare, dude. That's the
Yeah.
worst. So like, yeah, I'm glad that you're doing stuff that you enjoy now.
Well, that's
Well, that's
also
also another part of
like,
it.
oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. Oh, okay. No, you go. No, you go. One of it too is like one of the things that I kind of made a hard line in the sand early on. I didn't want to like the first few episodes where I was trying to figure out what bands to talk about. It was like, here's a bunch of bands I really liked, and then here's some that I didn't like. And I was like, oh, I could talk shit about this band. It'd probably be funny, probably make a good TikTok, whatever. But I was kind of like, not only is it, punching at someone who is putting themselves out there, but I do believe that people are allowed to have criticism. That's not the issue here. I was just like, if I'm going to dedicate so much of my life to covering these songs, I have to listen to them. I have to write reviews. I have to be honest and open about these things. Do I really want to listen to albums that fucking suck? Like, do I
Right.
really want to spend this much? Like, it'd be so easy for TikTok views and stuff to be like, check this garbage out. But I was like, my
This band
mental
sucks.
status, yeah, but my mental status of having to listen to those bands to find it was just like, no,
That
like,
is
I'd rather,
100% why I started watching your show, because
yeah,
you just celebrate the bands you talk to. I don't think I've ever heard you say something shitty about another band. Every time
yeah,
you're just like, here, all of this that came out is dope, but like, here's the ones I really like, and you're always fucking so stoked, and it just gets me stoked, and I'm hoping, and that's what drew me to you. What really put it over the edge was one day recently, kind of, you put Bore out. You did
oh
Feral.
yeah,
You covered Feral, which we're actually thanked in the liner notes of
really,
that. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, they're homies from the show.
because we've had them on a few times now. My new game show, Captain Bumouts Gate to Hell, wink wink, sign up, is actually, the music is Danny's Mute Talker album. I don't know if you,
yes,
yeah.
I like the Pesh Mode kind of vibe,
Yeah. He
Yeah,
gave
yeah.
me a couple unreleased songs and was like, here, use it. So like, those dudes are fucking killer. I love them. And when I saw them on your show, I was like, there it is. That's fucking perfect. So I like hit them up. I don't know if they saw first, but like, I immediately was like, look, this is he's talking about you guys. And
I
then I
fell
saw
in
you,
love with them.
that fucking, yeah. No, I saw them years ago open for Capra and fell in love with them, and have been friends ever since. I booked them a bunch of times to play my club when it was open, the Nest here in Flatbush. We had a dope club underneath a restaurant that me and my friends had comedy shows, but also we did punk and metal all the time.
So you have a history in like booking shows? This is relevant,
Kind
sorry.
of just for this one place, and mostly just for like shows that I wanted to do, like a couple times a year. Like,
Shows
but
you wanted to see.
yeah, but like there were bands that like Resistor. I think you talked about
Yeah.
them recently. We've had them down there in the basement of the Nest, and it was fucking cool. I was like, this dude is like exactly where I am in like the metal scene, like the type of shit I want to hear and stuff. And you're always so fucking positive. And that's what I try to be. It's these guys wore on me after a while, and now I can get pretty negative, but like I kind of pride myself in not talking shit about anything I don't like. Like that's somebody
Yeah.
else's problem. Like I want to celebrate like the bands and the movies that I love and get
Right.
people, and I want to
And
talk about
again,
that.
it's not like things are without criticism, right? Like literally even in the
100%.
in the like, because I don't want to sound like I just like jerk off the bands the whole time and like they can do no wrong,
Right.
because I don't agree with that. Um, Generally, I wouldn't talk about a band unless my overall feeling coming away from the album was like overwhelmingly positive, right? But
Sure.
then, but like some bands like the new 100 Demons album, I really do like the album quite a bit, but like the lyrics are corny. Like
Sure.
they're pretty corny lyrics, and I'd say that in my review. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm but I'm willing to overlook that because the delivery behind them is fucking sick. So it's like, I do make it a point to like constructive criticism, I guess, is the best thing, is like, if I am going to say things, like, it's not like, fuck you, this sucks.
It's
I hate
always the least offensive way. You put it in like the nicest way possible.
Well, because I want
I've
if I do like this band and I want to hear more from them, I would like them to take that criticism and be like, oh, okay, yeah, I can maybe crank the bass higher in the mix next time, or I can whatever, instead of being like, well, I don't know what the fuck these people want. They just keep saying it sucks.
right. I want to bring this up to you because I always think this is funny, especially for somebody who's like knowledgeable about music stuff. One of the like probably one of the most well-known shitty albums of all time is Saint Anger from Metallica. Like it's legendarily awful. But there's a band of fans of Metallica fans that actually re-recorded the entire album and it's on YouTube. And all they did was change the tempo and they removed that fucking snare and they
No.
but hear it out. And then they reproduced it. Like they essentially just like did the sound mixing again. It's the same fucking album, but it's so much better. Like and
Okay.
it's hilarious because they did it and they just did it as fans, they were fucking around, blah blah blah. And then Metallica saw it and they were like, yo, you guys made the album we wanted to make. Fucking awesome. Like they were
Oh.
stoked on it. They were like, we don't know what you did, but you made it way better. Like awesome,
And then
you know.
then they sued them, and
They did not.
Oh, okay. They're
Yeah,
doing the
yeah.
Napster thing.
Yeah,
But okay, I will say I didn't like the mix of the album or whatever, but I am a staunch defender of that snare drum because here's the thing. I know it sounds whack. It sounds like a fucking dude is just hitting a pipe on an empty keg. But
Right.
how often in mainstream rock or metal, like this was on just your regular average radio station,
Yeah.
how often is there a conversation about a snare drum?
yeah.
Like,
Almost never.
Literally
Like, legit.
never.
Yeah.
So I'm a huge defender of it. Like it brought it into the conversation, something that I could talk about with my friends that like now a random normie was talking about. Like,
Sure,
Also
yeah.
used like crazy these days in all sorts of metal.
oh yeah, you've got fucking Fatal Realm and everything that are just like, it's not high enough, louder.
Like there's that fucking snare. I can hear it. Like
All right, I want to get to the segment that you have brought to us.
yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so I want to surprise you guys with something. So
Yeah, I'm excited.
We like horror
I-
surprises.
so that's the thing, is I'm working on a little something. I still have a lot more research to do on it before I'm ready to like go to the actual writing side of things. It's kind of a two-parter, but I started going down the rabbit hole looking for like the most metal movie. Like, you know, when
Mhm.
someone's like, oh, that was metal as fuck. Like, so initially that's the route that my brain was going in, right? Like the quest to find the most metal movie. And I do want recommendations for that. But then as I was doing this, I started being like, you can actually sort of quantify what subgenre of metal each movie is. And then that's where I started having like real fun with it. So some of the examples I wanted to bring to you guys and see if you guys have any that like you feel. So Mandy would be like psychedelic stoner, like doom metal,
Sure.
right? Like
Yeah.
Definitely
it
that.
moves slow. It's got the cosmos. It's the color. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
it's like not only is Mandy a metal
Longer
movie, but
than it
it's
needs to be.
specifically. Yes, exactly. It would 100% be one of those like 13-minute songs. And you're like, all right,
Psychedelic
cool, man.
prog metal is basically what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who-
Okay, so now we're on the this is the game show I want to play with you guys.
All right.
So, Terrifier. What are we thinking?
The first one?
I guess all three of them. To me, they're the same
Okay, so like
subgenre.
what band represents Terrifier? Okay, that's good. I like
Squid
it.
pisser.
Or like just subgenres, because like, I mean, my
okay.
initial gut reaction is
okay,
sort of
so
like
what-
the brutal
okay,
death
so
metal
what
space,
subgenre?
you know?
I would put that into like almost like whatever you want to consider like. I would go grindcore. You know what I mean? Because it's like punchy. It's gnarly. I would give it almost. God, now I'm screwing up the name because it's just like Terrifier. Terrified. What's the
Terror,
guy-
the other terror,
no,
exalted.
like
What was that one? The
Excruciating terror? No, I wouldn't put
excruciating
it like
terror.
excruciating terror is more they're more like, yeah, I guess they're grindcore power violence, but like I'm more thinking they're more like Napalm Death. Like
Yeah.
Terrifier is more like Napalm Death and
Okay.
Terrifier. You know what I mean?
See,
Like
my brain was going like gore grind, but like I think you're
sure,
probably more on the money because it does have a little bit of like an old school flair to it.
yeah,
Like,
yep,
It's
yeah.
got the old school
yeah,
flair. It's over the top. It's extreme, but it's also like, it's got that grungy grittiness to it also. Like, so
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Maybe Obituary.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
I like
Um,
that.
I like this. This is
see,
fun.
so
yeah, this is
I'm gonna
great.
tee up a couple more and then I want us to
Yeah,
like
yeah.
brainstorm others.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So another one that I had, and maybe this is a little bit weird, but Tetsuo the Iron Man, I was thinking maybe in that like psychotic math core
sure.
grind kind of realm, but I don't know, like because the metal, like literal metal pieces of things, kind of has that industrial feel to it. But
If Author
I would
Punisher
say
had wilder lyrics, then
ooh,
maybe.
okay,
But I feel a very heavy industrial
Tetsuo
element to
reminds
that.
me of old school Fear Factory, like beginning Fear Factory.
ooh,
Like
okay,
I'm talking like first wave of Fear Factory before the lineup
Mhm.
changes and everything. That's what Tetsuo says to me. Because even in those, like if you listen to those early albums of Fear Factory, there's a lot of actual machinery noises that they use
yeah,
within the music. So that's what immediately pops into my head for
Mhm.
Tetsuo.
I like that. I like that one.
that's
Psychic
sick.
TV? That might be good. There was another one I just thought of for that's what was it? Fuck. It doesn't matter. Um,
I like that though.
damn, this is good.
Event Horizon.
Oh boy, I'm gonna go. It's got to be something. So, Event Horizon is one of my favorite movies. I think that it's
I've got this in the bag.
just do it, Graham.
What's yours?
It's Tomb Mold or Blood Incantation.
Well,
Yes,
yeah,
Yeah, Blood
yes,
Incantation's pretty perfect.
totally good. Yeah, Blood Incantation's perfect.
I think even a little bit of maybe some Bolt Thrower, just because like
Sure.
there's this classic like I don't know, the hell and gore and like
Yeah.
sci-fi
Yeah, yeah.
adjacent, yeah, like just some classic death metal. I'm glad you guys were on that too. I was like,
My
Yeah.
weirdly, I
first
think
thought
Event
was
Horizon is
Vulvodynia.
just
My first thought was Vulvodynia because that like there sometimes their guitars just sound like outer space lasers.
yeah.
It's
Sure.
funny. Yeah.
Vulvodynia is maybe I would say Titan. Does that count?
Oh yeah.
John, how you
Yeah.
pronounce that?
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
So good.
The last one I had on here, I think is super obvious though, is Green Room.
Oh, I mean,
Well, I mean, Green Room
Come
should
on.
have to. Green Room has to go like sort of like anti-racist oi, or like you know what I mean,
yeah,
or like
Just
like
classic
1000%.
hardcore punk. Yeah.
just
Dead
classic hardcore.
Kennedys.
I wouldn't
It's
go
kind of
DK.
too on the nose.
They
No
do
DK.
play Nazi punks fuck off
Yeah.
in
I
that.
Yeah,
mean,
they
Yeah,
play
I was
Nazi
gonna
punk
say.
fuck off, but
Yeah.
that's. I would say that it's this is. I would give it like Locamy or like Los Fastidos or something like tough, like a little bit more like hardcore oi. You know what I mean? Like the oi
Right.
that's influenced hardcore. I wouldn't give it like the Templars or anything like that, or even like the Oppressed, even though the Oppressed music wise, like message wise would
Yeah.
work. But like I just think that the movie's like tougher than that. So like some like you know what I mean, like some Stomper 98, something in that that
Yeah.
yeah. So something with like beefy guitar riffs that are still um yeah. So
Yeah. And I think if you ramp that up a little bit, like maybe even more towards like power violence, you start to get hardcore Henry.
right,
Like,
sure.
Sure, yeah.
Sure, no, totally, totally. Um, I really like this. Like and this is really up Graham's alley, by the way. This is like Graham has probably
Yeah.
been like thinking of this kind of thing for a long time. So,
Kind of.
Well, when you guys said you guys are into horror movies and everything, I was like, I've got the perfect blend
Yeah.
of the
yeah,
movies and the
Yeah.
music.
Let's let me think of a movie.
Yeah, I was like, now I'm opening up the
Well,
floor.
my thought on Green Room honestly was Oozing Wound, because they have this like weird like floral feel, almost like an outside like in the wet forest, but also like a very oppressive feel. Maybe
Yeah.
not. Oozing Wound's kind of just weird. Hammerhead? No.
Green Room is an
That's a
interesting movie
hard
to
one,
look at
yeah.
though, because like Green Room hits multiple different tones within a horror film, because you've got the very, very like punk hardcore aspect of just them playing, but then you've got like also the violence that happens in that movie is very metal. Like, so you've also got like a little bit of that going, plus you've also got just the general doomy tone of the movie
But
because the kids are
I think it
trapped.
exists. I agree, and that's I think where I think it circles back to hardcore because the whole thing is a fight for survival.
mhm.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
What was the
you know
name
what I
of the
mean?
band?
Oh, in the movie?
Yeah.
Oh
I don't even
shit.
remember that, and I've seen that movie a lot.
I know.
I can look it
Fuck,
Wait,
I
up.
don't remember because there's that cool like poster they draw.
Yeah,
Shit.
wasn't it the Ain't Rights?
Is
fuck,
that
that might have
right?
been.
I think it's the Ain't Rights.
Yeah, I'm looking it
I've
up.
got When Evil Lurks.
Oh, nice. The Ain't Rights, you're right. Yeah.
Oh,
When
yeah,
Um,
Evil Lurks, what would When Evil Lurks be? Because When Evil Lurks is a very dreadful, very doomy
But
type of
it's
movie
got
from the.
bite
it's
too.
evil
I
too.
was gonna
Yeah, it's
say it's
evil.
got like that very, very sharp, very, very like visceral bite to it throughout the whole movie, even though
I
the general tone of it is like slow and doomy.
I would almost do something like Gorgoth
Yeah,
for you know what I mean? Like it's evil and it's dark, but it's still fast and like and aggressive because when Evil Works is an aggressive movie. You know what I
It
mean?
is.
Like
Yeah.
100%.
what do you
Mm.
think? What do you not you know like I don't think I sold you on Gorgoth on that. Like how about
Who, me? I think that's a great one. Yeah.
oh, okay,
I
cool.
think Gorgoth fits perfectly for that one, actually.
Yeah. I was like, the only other thing I could think of is like, no, I think it's pretty good. I was gonna say maybe if you were to go on the like blackened side of things, just because of how like not culty, but like
I
especially the ending. I don't want to like spoil it, but like you know what I mean?
oh, you can spoil
It's
it.
been long enough for that one.
Yeah,
Fair
we've
enough.
talked about that movie
That
a
one you
thousand.
can.
It's literally one of mine. I think Ryan's and Jonas's like favorite movies in the
Yeah,
past
Okay,
like
cool.
20 years. It's so
it's
incredible.
definitely come up a lot.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
I thought Blackened, maybe Blackened Thrash.
Yes.
A little
Okay,
bit,
that's
yeah.
what I was thinking.
Because there's a fast moving pace underneath, but it's got that like crushing wall too.
Dude, literally when I was thinking about the way the dog grabs the girl's head and
Oh
runs off with her,
God.
I was like,
Yeah,
thrash, dude,
Yeah,
thrash.
totally.
very thrashy.
Well, how
So
about let's go the other way. What is a good like 86 thrash movie that isn't like an 86 thrash movie? Like of course there's the all the slasher films and stuff like that, but if we go in a more modern time film, what's a good like
80s Thrash.
what's a good,
Oh,
what's a good
Oh,
nuclear assault movie? You know what I mean? Like
Psycho Gorman.
oh,
ooh, that's
thousand
good.
percent. Yeah.
yeah.
Psycho Goreman is definitely the one.
That definitely sounds like, yeah. Oh, I
Tonally,
like that one.
that's immediately
Yeah.
accurate.
I'm proud of
Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
her.
on the other side of on the other side of Green Room, there's another movie that always sticks to me as like a very metal, very punk, very hardcore type movie. It's VFW.
Oh
Because
yeah.
Yeah. That one's
VFW,
fun.
yeah, that one's like a fun, just
It's like
gritty,
not great, but
nasty.
fun.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's not supposed to be a perfect film. It's definitely not that. But, it's a bunch of the old nostalgic dudes coming back from, the 80s and stuff like that,
Hmm.
doing almost like an assault on Precinct 13 type of thing, but it's very gritty. It's very, very
Yeah.
Super fun.
The
That was a
team that
fun
makes that made that, they do a bunch of like hyper gory stuff. That's all really really fun.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I was thinking too. I maybe this is weird. Maybe it's a little bit more 90s thrash or whatever, but Good Time. I feel like Good Time is really thrashy because once it starts, it just does not fucking stop.
Sure.
It's
Yeah.
like
That was the movie that got me to turn for Robert
Robert
Pattinson.
Pattinson. Me too.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I saw that and I was like, bro's an
Yeah, I was
actor.
like, oh,
This is
he's
sick.
fine, actually.
He's done some
good.
great shit. So we have a limited amount of time with you.
Yes.
So I think that we should totally do the Dawn of the Dead list because I think you're gonna fucking
Yeah, I think you're
rock
gonna have a lot of fun with this, actually.
that. Yeah.
Okay, what's the Dawn of the Dead list?
The Dawn of the Dead list is a series of opinion questions.
Okay.
You answer them
So-
however you want, however you interpret them as you hear
Exactly.
them. Just there's no right or wrong answer. Just very judgmental.
And I've got an
So,
extra
like-
fun one in here just for Pitcheck edition. All right, number one, Chucky or Pinhead?
Fuck you. Pinhead. As much as I love Chucky and Brad Dourif as my boy, Pinhead has some of the hardest lines in cinema history.
Mhm.
For sure.
It's tough. It's tough. And Brad Dourif is, I agree, like an unsung hero, treasure, really.
Absolutely.
Like
Not
from
just for
every-
Chucky.
Like from everything that he's been in, it's so amazing, and nobody wants to give him the love that he deserves. Like I think people do who know, but like him and like One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, like
Mhm.
it
Yeah.
is like such a powerful role. Like it took me years to even realize that they were the same person. You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
like
yeah.
when he's in there and he's punching himself. Oh God, it's like I love that film anyways. But like and then also like in like.
Exorcist
Exorcist
3
3.
monologue. is
Dude,
just-
yes!
yeah.
Bro, we're gonna be best friends. I literally was just about to say, like, his Exorcist 3 monologue is fucking top tier.
It's legendary.
Exactly. He's
Yeah.
just legend, and his daughter is rad, and just like
Fiona
what
fucking
they
rules.
and what he's done with continued on with the Chucky franchise and turned it into what it is. Yeah, but it is hard to like Pinhead is like whoever's writing that it means it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
like which one has more like banger movies? Chucky. I mean, Chucky
Yeah.
has
Of course,
more
yeah.
entries that are better, but like Pinhead, dude, like he didn't need to say a lot. He did it. You know,
I never read the books, but I love the fucking movies, and
Yeah.
not all of them. The first two and the remake
First two.
actually are probably I like all those a lot.
Watch the work print of the fourth one and you'll like it a lot.
Okay,
Ooh,
yeah,
I didn't know that was
say
available. I'm writing that down.
Yep.
But yeah, Chucky's what 3 was a little weak, but it still was killing it as
Yeah.
far as
Yeah.
just the Chucky as a slasher.
3 was the like the military school one.
yeah,
That was
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
totally.
That's all right.
It was fine.
That one's and then the rest of them
right.
are dope.
The,
Like
the
Yeah,
rest
literally
are
the rest of them
fucking
are
great.
awesome.
And
Yeah.
then right into the TV show, fucking great.
Yeah.
Yes,
Um,
I didn't finish the show. I'm on the last season, but yeah.
Nice.
So like, oh, love them. Yeah, all right, awesome. Number 2, what movie would you remake?
Ooh, that's so good. I kind of wouldn't want to, but it'd be so funny to remake Society. That would be
Mhm.
so funny. I'm a sucker for those like 80s like Brian Usna like really messy gory shit.
You do fit in horror wise with us very well.
1,000%.
Yeah.
We had
We-
using it on in the show.
You
You had Usna on the fucking show?
We did,
Yep,
yeah.
Very early, one of our very first big guests was him, and we basically just shut up, and he gave us the education of a lifetime of 80s, 90s VHS horror.
Oh my God.
It was really like he just he talked all about him and Stewart making, like, because they did Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and they did, you know what I mean, like, and all that stuff. It was fascinating, like hearing him,
Oh my
him and
God.
Stuart Gordon in the backyard smoking weed, watching their kids play, and saying we need to make a body horror movie for kids, and then they come up with Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I mean, it's just
That's how that
like
came up?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, I need to pull this episode up immediately because that's a masterclass I would pay for. I fucking love that guy.
It legitimately is it's one of the best things ever.
Yeah.
And then
Oh
at
my
the
God.
end, he was just like, "Okay, guys, good night." We're like,
Yeah.
"Okay, bye."
We were just
legend."
floored.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
I think I
yeah.
broke his brain when I told him that my favorite movie of his was Faust, because he was like, that's nobody's favorite. Like,
Yeah.
and I love that movie. It's a piece of
Did
shit, but I
you
think it's great. Like,
well, did you get your hands on the unrated cut or whatever?
yeah, I own it. Like I
Okay.
own it on DVD. Yeah,
Because it's like a totally different movie.
yeah. I just love it because it's super cheesy, but it's also very much a Brian Usna film. It's got all the other stuff, and it's got Andrew Divoff in it playing, Mephistopheles. Like it's cheese to the extreme, but in the best way. So I had a lot of fun with it.
All right,
That's
we
awesome.
gotta go with these quick because I'm adding one real quick here. Also, anyway, what song would you have covered by what band?
Okay.
I didn't realize how hard this was, actually.
Well,
As you asked it, yeah.
Because my brain, this is so fucked up. I kind of want to make something super cursed. Like I kind of want to do like someone who can't sing trying to do like Bryan Adams or something. You know what I mean? Like just
Yes.
something real. Just have like fucking, I don't know, like Metallica doing Everything I Do it for you. You know what I mean? Would be so funny. But what would be good? I would love, I mean, I brought him up earlier. I would love to see like Maylene or somebody do a cover of like Leonard Skinner or like ZZ Top or something.
Oh,
And
shit.
just because like something about those like Southern rock, Southern hardcore bands, like they go, especially like the Southern rock stuff. If you just slightly add a couple more chugs, those riffs are crazy. And I
Yeah.
would love to see like a metal band just fuck up some like nasty Southern riffs.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
That'd be fun.
Every Time I Die did a very good job on The Big Dirty with that, I thought. All right.
Ooh.
What movie? Oh, wait, I did that. All right. If you could erase one movie from existence, what would it be? Any movie, doesn't have to be horror.
All right, so I need to get rid of a sequel that fucks up the lore from the original.
I like this angle. I like this.
Yeah.
Which one do you
shit.
pick, and why is it Exorcist 2?
That's a good one.
Yes.
Wait, that's pretty good. Because like this is recent, but I read the books that Annihilation, you know, that movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're super short. There's like 3 of them. The first one is basically like 1-to-1 with the book. Not exactly, but enough. And then in the second one, there's a lot of shit where they like overly explain the threats in the first. So that way then when you go back and reread the first or experience the first, some of the stuff that was attacking like isn't scary at all because now you know it's an herbivore or whatever. And so it's just like,
Oh, sure. Yeah.
well, that kind of sucks. Now it's not scary anymore. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
You fucked it up.
So I'm trying to think of something in that realm. But maybe to be simple, I'll just say Hellraiser 3, because from that point on, they started doing the thing where they started just grabbing whatever scripts they could, and they were just like, oh, and it was Pinhead the whole time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was the
Right.
IP save. They had to save
Yeah.
the IP. Yeah.
So maybe we just cut it off after 2.
Fair. That's
I
fair.
like it.
I like it too. I think 2 is the better movie personally.
Yeah.
It is the
I
better
do
movie.
too.
If I'm gonna watch a Hellraiser movie, I watch 2. It's so gory and it's so dark and it's so like it's so I don't know. I love Hellraiser 2. So
And I like the Leviathan dimension. That shit's cool.
yeah,
Yep.
Yeah. I still think that they haven't they haven't filmed a Hellraiser movie like what I imagine they could do, and what visually I still don't think any movie has hit it. I
Yeah.
haven't even read the books, and there's something about those movies that like are just they're like there's more, and it's gonna fuck you up if you know about it. Anyway, I love that shit. Number 4, Alien or Aliens?
Okay, so this one I'll be quick on it, but I recently did both the regular and director's cut for both. Alien, like if we're doing just theatricals, Alien is better than Aliens, just on theatrical versions alone. Director's cut, Aliens is better than Alien because the director's cut of Aliens was like there's this whole arc where Sigourney Weaver's character with her daughter, and like there's like 45 minutes of the movie that's just cut out, and it all like makes the emotional weight fucking work, and it adds back in a lot of the stuff that I love so much about the first one, which was the kind of like archaeology side of things, the kind of like being in this weird, creepy, dark space and not knowing exactly what's going on. I eventually found out that the director's cut of Alien was only made for money, and he didn't actually like that version. He likes the theatrical version better, so that makes sense. But if we're doing the director's cut versus of Aliens versus theatrical of Alien, it's really tough. But I might have to give it to Aliens because like it also gives you a lot of like catharsis and explosions, which I'm also into.
Yeah.
Oh
Sure.
yeah, that's an
Yeah,
excellent answer.
these guys are Alien, and I'm an Aliens, just because, like, I think Alien is a better horror film.
I
But
agree.
boy, sometimes you just can't beat badass, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, and
Sometimes
they
you
were
can't
able to
beat
like,
Bill Pullman or
there's
Bill
so much
Paxton.
badass in that film that like you can't like Vasquez and like the guns that are attached and like all of that stuff like so kind of defined badassism in my mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even more so than like Terminator 2, which was so huge when I was young. You know what I mean? And like it's like
What's with all these woke movies, guys? Come on.
oh yeah.
Nothing we watch is very woke, actually.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, but I mean,
It's like,
even
But no, yeah.
well, no, fucking, we can't have a strong female character kicking a
no, I
fuck ton of
know
ass.
it's so ridiculous what people think is like yeah right like Terminator 2 and and like have the most badass women leads in the history
Yeah.
of the movies,
Right.
Dude,
but like
Vasquez is more badass and beats out all of the military dudes while casually humiliating them. Like she is the
yeah
fucking
exactly
coolest of cool.
Yeah.
exactly and
100%.
like and have you seen that woman in real life? She is
She's
like
Jewish.
and like
Oh,
a
she's a
hippie.
stunner. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oh,
Yep.
But I'm just saying, like, it's just like they turned her into such a badass, and they turned like I don't know. I just think the whole film is like with the near dark. I don't know. Like it's just like the near dark fucking cast basically, and like they just turned it into just such a like it's just such a I don't know. Like there's just those things that are like pictures of things that you have to like realize that like influence so much of what they do,
yeah.
and it's hard not to look at Aliens that way because if
Everything
Alien
was
was
different afterwards.
it really it was like just the way they dealt with technology. It didn't look very modern. It looked very like industrial. You know, I don't know. I just think it was just really, really a brilliant movie. So
All right. We have a minute left. Are you good, David?
Yeah, we can do an extra 5.
Okay,
okay.
cool,
But
cool. All right.
Okay.
Basement or attic?
I guess attic, because if there's a fire in the house, I can jump out the window.
Well, I like a
Very
lot of
practical.
people say that.
Very
So
practical.
my
Not
question
attic,
is,
but
why
go-
do you so you want to live longer? Weird.
Yeah.
For why?
More
Ryan's
life?
Fair
That's
enough.
crazy.
Ryan's on a death roll.
Yeah.
All right, and last one, favorite kill of all time.
Ooh, okay. All time. I know when I was younger, one of my favorite ones was the nitrogen head smash in Jason X.
Yeah.
That one
Yeah.
is so
You're in
fun.
good company. You're in good
Yep.
company. Yep. Love it.
Um, I think recent good kill is in When Evil Lurks. The eating the brains out of the skull as she's just walking by is fucking
Yeah.
so metal.
Yes.
Oh my God. Because you're
That's
like,
an
what the fuck is
excellent
she
pull.
doing? It's like, I
Eating
don't know. It's like the
brains.
popcorn crunch. And then you're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is she? Oh my God. It's a
Oh.
child's skull.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool.
God, that movie
That was
fucking
a
rules.
good, like, what the fuck one for
Yeah.
me.
The forbidden popcorn.
Yeah.
All right, David, you crushed it. This has been
Oh, thank
so
you.
rad.
So rad.
Yeah, we could talk to you about horror and music forever.
Yeah, you
I'm
need to come
actually
back
going to
for
try to
another
get to,
episode. Like,
yeah,
yeah, like as
absolutely.
soon as you
Come
want.
on for another one, and I'll try to get you to come on my game show because I think you'd do
Sure.
great.
Oh, and then one thing real quick, because we briefly mentioned earlier, and I said, I swear to God, it'll be relevant. When I asked you if you guys had like booked things in the past, so my birthday is actually on Friday, but a
happy
year
birthday.
from, thank you, a year from now, I have decided, because I'm always trying to look for like a good show or concert on my birthday, I want to book my own show next year.
Oh,
So I
fuck
want
yeah.
to like. I'm thinking like maybe something big, maybe on Long Island, we do like a beach show or something. I don't know. I'm just kind of
Oh
spitballing.
shit!
But like, I
I
want to
could
plan.
probably get you Arlene's Grocery.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have a
Okay,
friend that
interesting.
works there,
Or the
and
bitter
she
end.
Okay.
is
I
yeah.
could probably get you the bitter end too.
Okay. See, we'll chat, and I'll definitely be on the show again. But I wanted to put it out there because I know, booking bands and stuff, we kind of got to do it a little bit ahead of time, not a year ahead of time, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking like a build your own bill would be a really fun idea for a thing. Maybe when I come back, we can brainstorm ideal show bills.
Absolutely.
yeah.
No, that's what I did at the Nest. I threw my own birthday party shows.
Yeah.
My man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he really did.
It's so fun.
You should go all Long Island bands. You should go.
Yeah, I
The
was thinking
Truth,
Extinction
Bore.
AD.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
I say Bore. They're
Bore
our
would do it.
here.
What's it? We've had him on. Yeah, like
Extinction AD we had on.
Extinction
Oh.
AD.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Word.
Extinction AD. We could do it like we could do all Long Island bands, and
That could be
Long
sick.
Island, the unsung hardcore center of modern New York.
Mecca.
Hell yeah. Well, dude, thank
right.
you guys so much for fucking having me, man. This was a
Yeah.
blast.
Do you have any recommendations before you bounce?
Just general recommendations for anything?
Yeah. Anything.
Yeah.
Movies, music, books, restaurants.
Fucking whatever. Anything you're into, you think people would like.
Yeah, I recently read Rendezvous with Rama. It's a sci-fi book. Denis Villeneuve, the guy who made Dune. He wants to make it into a movie, and I think he's actually signed on to make it, but had to like postpone it because of Dune 3. But it's such a cool. It's not really horror, but it kind of scratches that itch because it's like, without spoilers, because it's like, as you read, you learn what's happening here, and that's exciting. But imagine in our like atmosphere, or like in space, there's just an object floating there, and you send a team of highly trained scientists just to go look at it. Just what is it? They try to get in, try to explore, try to see, and it's so like sterile and cold, and like there's this huge, massive sense of scale that like, I don't know, I hadn't been that engrossed in a minute, and like kind of creeped out by something that's objectively not scary. But I will give the warning that you have to be in the right like mind space for it, because like it doesn't turn into a Tomb Raider. You're not just exploring a thing and then a bunch of monsters come out and attack. Like, it's not that. It's totally exploration, but it's so fascinating. So deep cut, but definitely worth it.
Fuck yeah,
I
man.
love it.
All right, dude. Well, you rule. This has been great. We will absolutely have you back anytime you're willing to come on, dude. We could talk to you forever. So
yeah,
Yeah.
I was just thinking that. I was like, damn, that time flew by. We'll hang
It's
out.
it.
We're all
We'll have a
local.
good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have a big one. It'll be rad. And we'll go to some shows together.
Hell yeah. That'd be sick.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I get outside. But yeah, thank you so much. And tell your wife thank you very much for letting you stay on
Yeah, dude.
this
Thank you.
late.
We're gonna go watch Love Island right now. I swear to God, that's not a joke.
No,
And
no, I'm gonna go watch Taskmaster. So
nice.
Nice.
All right. Well, I'll catch you
It's
guys
still
later.
light
Thank you
out here for
again.
like another 3 hours, so I got shit to do.
Oh, well,
So,
fuck
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
All right.
All right. Have a good one, man.
See you
You
later,
fucking
man.
rule.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Well, he's
All right.
fantastic.
He
So
was
happy
Do
great.
we
we
had
want to
him
do? We
on.
want to do some quick. We want to do some quick.
Rex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got smothered on Shutter. That shit was so good.
Wasn't it? That
Yeah,
movie ruled.
and Joko Anwar, I fucking love that dude. It was a really cool movie. The twists, it was just very twisty and awesome, and you ended up in places where you didn't think you were going to end up. Super cool. My other one is Psyche, starring Sarah Ritter, and directed by Stefan Stewart, I believe. This is all off the top of my head, but I saw it the other night, and it's basically about a woman in limbo, trying to figure out the meaning of life, whatever. But I mean, it was cool. I loved it. But like, what really drew me was the locations that they did for this movie to make it look like limbo, and I couldn't figure out what country it was based on. I couldn't even really figure out like what was going. It's just the Mojave Desert
Oh,
and
nice.
like some shit in Nevada too. It looked so fucking cool, and the way the cinematography pushed that look was fucking awesome, and I loved it so much. Other than that, yeah, he actually mentioned it, but Converge put out 2 records already this year, and the only other band that's done that this year is that I know of is the Dwarves. But the Converge one fucking rules. The Dwarves are fun too, but I can't really recommend them. Converge, fucking both those albums are so good. I feel like the new one is a little more of a grower. The first one was punk rock as fuck, and this one seems to be a little more Converge proper. But who knows? I'm just spitting. Oh, and my favorite, I think the best rap song of all time is Give and Receive by Coast Contra. It's 9
Oh,
minutes.
nice.
Watch the video. It's super fucking dope.
Fuck yeah. I'll hit mine really quick. For streaming, I'm gonna recommend because by the time this episode comes out, it will be on Shudder, and that's Forbidden Fruits. It's coming out this at the end of this week. It's actually dope. I saw it in theater. Definitely glad that it's coming out on Shudder so people can see it. It's really fun. It's like legitimately fun. It's like it's kind of a mix of Mean Girls and Jawbreaker, except gorier. Or more like a little bit of like Mean Girls in The Craft, but gorier. Very witchy,
This is
but like
right up my alley.
yeah, it's super fun. So yeah, on Shudder, we're gonna do that for streaming. For physical media, I'm gonna do a feel bad one and then 2 of my favorite movies. Feel bad.
Oh yeah, that'll
There's
make you
something
feel
about
bad.
Kevin. That one will fuck you up nice and proper. Um,
Never seen it. Don't think I want to.
oh, it's properly fucked up. But actually, I think you would actually enjoy it. The type of fucked up that it is, I think you actually would like the movie.
All right,
It's a
I'll watch
very
it.
solid movie. And then the other 2, Escape from New York,
Oh,
which they're talking about fucking what's his dick, Zack Snyder remaking it. Fucking don't touch it. Get the fuck away from it. Don't let him touch that movie.
I'm fine with it, but I heard the snake is real shitty. I think
I don't give a
whoever they're
fuck who it is. Get him away from that movie.
nah,
Uh,
do
and
it.
then and then the other one, the shittier one that I also still like, Escape from
Still
LA.
amazing. Still remake that one too.
Yeah, you know me. I'm down for remakes, but I'm just not down for his remakes. I don't fucking like that guy. But
Who?
Snyder. I can't fucking stand Snyder.
Oh, for some reason I thought it was Zach Kreger.
No, it's Zack Snyder.
Oh no, I don't need a Snyder cut.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Get him the fuck away from that movie. I was
Yeah,
surprised that
no,
you were into it.
that's
I'm like, fuck that.
no, we don't need a Snyder cut of that.
No, that guy can fuck right off. And then for music, there's like I think there's like 5 singles out now from Extinction AD from their new stuff. That's ramping up to the new album. and every single one of them are good. And the most recent one came out like last week, I think it is. But yeah, there's like 5 new tracks from Extinction AD. Listen to them all because all of them actually sound different. They're not like, they're very different tracks. But they're very, very good. So I think it's all. Yeah, that's all I got. Ryan, what about you, man?
I got nothing.
You haven't been here for 3 weeks. You got
I
nothing to recommend.
I just like I don't know. Like it's
It's like I don't
hard.
I don't
Like
like I don't like media anymore.
oh no, I do. I'm just like I've just been watching like I haven't been like watching like it. So here's the deal: is like I need a new Roku because my other Roku isn't working, and so I can't get Shutter on my TV. So I'm not watching anything like that. I watched a movie on Amazon Prime, and I can't remember the name of it. The first scene was great. It was like somebody with a bag over their head getting stabbed in the face. It was okay, and it was about like two people in a house and like a cursed house, and you didn't know if one of the people was real and things like that. If I could remember the name of this horror movie, it would be great. It's fine. I've been watching a show called Animal Kingdom, which is embarrassingly bad, but it's like the kind of thing I watch while I actually, you know what I'm going to suggest? I'm going to suggest watching the Have Heart uh video on YouTube, their live performance from I made Graham watch it too,
It's fucking dope.
from Manchester in like 1925 at I forget what fest it is, but like if you
Outbreak.
have Heart live, yeah, Outbreak Fest, yeah.
Outbreak. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like literally like it's literally the opposite of what people think of hardcore, but it's still like the most hardcore show ever, and like it's just very 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 good. And I just think Have Heart doesn't have a bad song, and they're just like Pat Flynn is just such a fucking great human being, and I'm gonna see his band Fiddlehead soon, and and I'm not even like that into Fiddlehead. It's not really my thing comparatively to Have Heart, but it's just worth going to see him. Um,
They're real
it,
good live. I bet you come away like,
I
oh,
will
I love
probably be.
Fiddlehead now.
Yeah, it's not that I don't like Fiddlehead. I don't want to say that. It's just like comparatively to Have Heart, it's just like, like if I just heard Fiddlehead, like if somebody was like, "This is Fiddlehead," I'd be like, "This is awesome." But knowing that like it's comparatively to Have Heart, which I literally think has zero bad songs. Like I can listen to Have Heart every day, and I have for how many years have I been like on a Have Heart fucking kick? Like
At
it's
least two.
yeah, at least maybe 3 years now. Like it's like they're in my top spot. You know what I mean? Every year I listen to it, but like I've been watching this live performance like every time I clean my house, every time I do anything, and it's like and it just makes me feel like okay for a minute. You know what I mean? Like it's like that good. It's not just like, oh, you hear like live bands and you're like, okay, cool. But I watch this and I feel better about like life. So I'm gonna suggest that. I have been watching Animal Kingdom, which is, have you guys ever seen this show?
Is that the Australian show?
It's not Australia, but it's based on an Australian movie.
Okay.
It's basically like a family of like
Crooks.
of heisters. It's kind of like if Point Break was like a family drama. You know what I mean? Like it's like because they do
Sounds
like
terrible.
and Ellen Barkin's in like the first 4 seasons as she crushes it. Like
She's dope. She's a really good
Yeah.
actress.
the actor that he's in the pit, and God, I can't remember his name, but he's actually in Ready or Not 2 as well. But he was in that show Southland as a cop. God, what
Oh
is his
fuck, I know who
name?
you're talking about. I can never remember his name. He's yeah, I know exactly who the
He's
fuck you're
just like a
talking about.
brown haired guy with like a point. He is like
I always
such a
remember him from the movie Outside Providence, which is such a fucking weird pull. But
yeah.
it was one of those comedies that kind of came out of nowhere, but I always remember him from that because he was the main person. And I'm looking him up right now because not knowing his name is going to bother me.
He's
And yeah, keep going what you were saying.
he is such a good actor, and it almost makes worth watching the show Animal Kingdom just to watch him in it. I actually think that he should be the Punisher, not John Berthenol, because John Berthenol
I
is
could see
actually
that.
not that great of a Punisher. I thought he
His
was
name is
good.
Sean Hatosi.
Yeah.
which I would never have remembered that. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's his
and
name.
it's because he's half Irish and half Hungarian, kind of like myself. Because I looked him up not too long ago. I just couldn't remember his name, but he is such a fucking good actor. He like such a good actor, and on this show, he is amazing, and it makes it worth it. You also see a lot of really good-looking guys' butts. So if you are into that,
If you're into
it's a
nice
great show.
butts,
It's
he was
not
also in the
it's not
faculty. I didn't know that.
yeah, he's in the faculty. Yep. He's in the faculty, but he plays such a good challenged human being. Like he's such a good actor. I'd love to have him on sometimes. He's like one of my favorites, and watching the show, which has like 7 seasons, it's worth watching. It's good. It has the kid it stars the kid who's like one of the younger boys in Peaky Blinders.
Oh,
Like
okay.
yeah, he's in Animal Kingdom. Check it out. Fuck it. Check it out. It's better than other shows I've suggested, like Tracker and shit like that. It's like
Did you
it's just
suggest
good.
Tracker?
Oh yeah, I've watched a
Yeah,
God.
shitload of
he's definitely
Tracker.
suggested Tracker.
Molly and I make fun of Tracker every time the commercial comes on, like crazy. We're like, "Oh my gosh, is
It's
there a new Tracker? Is Tracker back?
it's
Oh my
so
god, thank
bad.
God
It's so
Tracker's
bad.
back."
But what's his name? Sam or Sam and whatever his name is from fucking Supernatural is in it, and I love him. You know, and he does good in all sorts of shit. You know what I mean? He's in it. I don't know. Tracker's like Tracker's like fine bad TV. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I like Tracker. I like what's that show with the big meathead guy? Where he
Reacher?
Reacher.
Reacher,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
No
Reacher.
way. No way I was right.
No, you were
yeah, it's
right. You were
Reacher.
definitely right.
I love that show. Like I mean, like these aren't like it's because here's the deal is I like shows that I can look at my phone and watch. Do you know what I mean? Like
That
it
makes
doesn't
sense.
kind
Yeah.
it,
Yeah, I
like
get you.
because I don't like sometimes I don't really want to think about anything. I just want to scroll and I don't have the TV on a lot. I don't watch a lot of TV, but like when I do, I'm fine with it being something kind of idiotic if I'm not trying to watch a good ass horror film. You know what I
Sure.
mean? Like otherwise, it's just like oh, I can text people, I can do things, I can clean up and watch Animal Kingdom or Tracker or anything like. Animal Kingdom is a better thing. It's a TNT show. That's so if that tells you anything about it.
I looked
Anyways,
it up. It's got a pretty decent little cast on it too. Like it's got a lot of people throughout the seasons, but it's got a decent cast and it's like it looks like it's one of those shows that's like, you can fucking put it on in the background. You don't have to pay a lot of attention, but like every now and then like dip into it so you can catch some storyline shit. It looks like it's a decent show for what it
and they got
is.
a bunch of fucking heists every year. Like I mean, like you know what I mean? Like and they're like fun heists. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And there's
Been
like
around
pretty
since 2016. Like, yeah.
yeah, and there's pretty savage family drama though. That's actually what makes it good. Like it's well done, and Ellen Barkin is amazing in it, and like is a great bad guy, and like she's the mom of all these people or grandmother of one of them. It's the first scene in it really hooked me for the whole thing. And I guarantee you, if you guys get off of this right now and watch the first scene, you will text me and be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Nice.
It's
I'm into that.
it's it. Yeah, in fact, I'm going to challenge you both. I'm going to give you both homework.
I
I want
quit.
when we get off of this.
I already quit. I'm going to watch
ju-
Taskmaster and go to bed.
no, just the
Yeah.
first scene. Just watch the first scene.
No. Maybe tomorrow or something, but not tonight.
Nope, tonight.
Okay. I'll text you soon.
Yeah, he's gonna text you in the morning is what's gonna happen. I have to point out a movie because this is something I want to mention just because when we had David on the show, we talked very specifically about not shitting on things. And this is something I have to bring up because it's a movie that I'm sure will hit Tubi soon. Like it's gonna hit Tubi anytime. Uh, and it's a movie that was so bad that at the end of it I fell in love with it because it's so unapologetically terrible, but like you could tell they really fucking tried. And it's called The Vampires of the Velvet Lounge. And it's got Mina Suvari, it's got Steven Dorff, playing vampires. It's got like all this like really cool stylized vampire stuff, but you could tell that they just didn't have the budget to pull off what they wanted to pull off. And the ADR that they use for the voices is like Japanese Godzilla movie level. Like it's off. Like it's off by just a second and a half. So like everything is kind of fucked up when you see their face talking. But then by the end of the movie, like I fell in love with it because I'm like, fuck, man, there's such a good movie underneath that no money that they had to make this. And so when it comes to Tubi, I want people to watch it because it's like I feel like it's like present day Roger Corman type of level, which I'm into that type of shit. So I think more people should watch that when it comes out.
Well, I don't know how to save these recommendations from that, but I see now why we do the guest last. Let's wrap this up because I do have to get up early.
Oh, yeah, you have a job too.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Well, let's
I don't have any information. So thank you, world, for listening. Go to aghp.com, Patreon, or AGHP, patreon.com, and get on our list. And I understand that some things you all changed the names of everything while I was gone. That's cool.
it's just the coven of the goddamn now. That's all.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, and that's cool.
Better than a fucking army.
True.
It is.
Sure.
Yeah. We're down with the coven of the goddamn. The coven of the goddamn is way better.
Oh, that was my cue, wasn't it?
Yep.
You were sleeping on that one, Graham.
Son of a bitch. I was just thinking about Taskmaster.
I cannot believe you won't just go watch like 15 minutes or something.
I can't believe you've never seen an episode of Taskmaster. All right. Our coven of the goddamned. Michael, Drew, Stephanie, Katie, Chris, Alan, Angela, Jasmine, Jason, Jake, Vivian, Ron, Kristen, Manny, Coleman, Jared, Michelle, and Brandon. Please, for the love of God, keep being awesome and watch Taskmaster.
Yeah, y'all fucking rule.
Love y'all. So we see you next time. Start some fires and break some glass. Thank you.